You may have seen the billboards around the city or scroll past a bunch of promos on social media and are still asking yourself, what is Netflix House? Netflix House Philadelphia opened on November 12th to the general public and is the first of three that will open. Dallas and Las Vegas are the other two cities these houses will be in. Netflix House is an opportunity for fans to step inside their favorite shows and movies from the streaming service with interactive, story-driven experiences, games, and themed food and drinks. Just to clear up any misconceptions, while it is called Netflix House Philadelphia, the location is actually in King of Prussia at the King of Prussia Mall, which is about 30 minutes outside of the city, depending on where you live. Now let's get into what you'll actually get to do while you're there. I had the opportunity to go to a community day as press, and it was still pretty crowded. So I can only imagine how packed this place can get, especially on the weekends. So keep that in mind when planning your visit. Netflix House is open from Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., Friday through Saturday at 10 a.m. through 12 a.m., and on Sunday at 10 a.m. through 8 p.m. They also have holiday hours, so you can check their website for that. It's free to enter Netflix House, but there are several paid experiences that range from $15 and going up to over 50 with taxes and fees. There's two ways to get into this place. There's one on the street level, and then there is one going through the mall. When you come through the mall entrance, you have Netflix Bites, which is a dining area where you can get food based on the shows and movies from Netflix. Those prices, I think, are pretty standard, and you don't need a reservation. I didn't try any of the food, so I can't make any recommendations on that, if the food is good or not, but they do serve adult beverages, so that's a plus. Passing through there, you'll see the top nine mini golf area. Tickets there start at $15 and you play nine holes inspired by fan favorite shows. After that, you'll get to the gift shop, which is loaded with merch from shows like Stranger Things, Squid Game, Bridgerton, Wednesday, and more. Now, Netflix is definitely trying to run up in those pockets because everything looked so cool and you'll want to buy so much. Now, before heading downstairs, you'll see Netflix virtuals powered by Sandbox VR. They have three experiences right now based on Squid Game, Rebel Moon, and Stranger Things. The Squid Game and Rebel Moon one costs $25, but because the Stranger Things one is a longer experience, that one is $40, and they are all timed events, so you pick a specific time slot to attend. Me and my sister did the Squid Game one because that was a show I actually saw, and it was my first time doing VR, and it was really fun. And those clips shown throughout this little section of the video was a recap video you'll receive during completion. So heading downstairs, you'll encounter some really well-crafted photo ops. The red staircase is beautiful and surrounded by nods to some of Netflix's most beloved shows. And downstairs is where you'll get two interactive experiences, and that's also where the Tadam Theater is located. I didn't get to look inside the theater, but that's where special screenings and fan events will be held. They do have a In Your Dreams screening on November 22nd, which is free to attend. If you want to reserve a spot for that, you can go to the Netflix House website. Now to the experiences. Right now they have One Piece Quest for the Devil Fruit and Wednesday Eve of the Outcast. These tickets vary based on time, date, and demand and start at $39 and could go up to over $50. I did the Wednesday one first because that was a show that I watched. You're greeted by a Nevermore Academy student and then transported into a replica of Wednesday in Enid's bedroom, which was amazing. The attention to detail and the design was immaculate. It was like stepping onto set. You get about 5 minutes to explore before shadows of Wednesday and Enid appear in their iconic window. They do a bit basically explaining the scenario of what you're about to enter, and then that window opens and you enter a carnival. Again, the attention to detail was just so amazing to see. You're handed a baggie of coins and can explore. There are carnival games, a booth for light bites and drinks, Many photo ops. You can get a misfortune from Uncle Fester and play a scavenger hunt with Thing by texting a number. I do wish there were more prizes to be won after playing the carnival games, but since I love the show Wednesday, I was just excited to be in that room. So for the One Piece one, I didn't know what to expect because I don't watch the show. I never even heard of it, but I wanted to experience as much as I could. Now, while aesthetically Wednesday Eve of the Outcast is better, One Piece was more interactive and more like an escape room, which I loved. After nominating a captain, you and your group will be considered pirates as you make your way through several rooms on a quest to find the devil fruit. And I will say this experience is definitely a group effort. Again, like an escape room, but I had more fun in this one compared to Wednesday. At the end, you get to take a photo op placing you on a wanted poster, and you'll get a printed version along with a digital. And I liked walking away with something. Overall, I really enjoyed my time at Netflix House. The staff and characters were great. The experiences were really cool. A bit pricey if you ask me. So I would try to go when those prices are at their lowest. The things I mentioned are what's available now, but they said that these things will change at some point. So you'll always have a reason to go back because new attractions will be coming in the future. If you already went to Netflix House Philadelphia, how did you enjoy yourself? Or if you plan to go, let me know what you're most excited to experience in the comments.